For many years, Bethany has been working in Ethiopia and around the world to promote family-based care as an alternative to orphanages. We have decades of research showing us that orphanages harm a child's physical, emotional, and their social development. Children are just meant to be cared for in families, not in institutions.
Until recently, many Ethiopian children were being adopted by families in other countries. It was great to see these children find a loving family, but we wanted a way for these children to find families in Ethiopia. So in 2010, we began developing an Ethiopian foster care and adoption program. This was a big challenge because it was a completely new concept we were introducing. There wasn't even a word in our language for foster care. There was no cultural or legal framework for fostering or adopting children outside of someone's immediate family. I like to say that we had to build the road while we were driving on it. We needed to recruit families to care for children through foster care and adoption. So we went to churches and we talked about how God had adopted us into His family and how you can demonstrate God's love by caring for a vulnerable child. The response was overwhelming. More families stepped forward than we could handle. God had prepared families even before we came.
So I know in the United States, the word orphan can often mean someone who's lost both their parents. But in Ethiopia, many orphans have living parents. So when a child's referred to Bethany, we make every effort to find the child's biological family to see if they can be reunited. And when this is not possible, we make sure they have a family that will give them a permanent home through adoption.
Since the program started, we've placed more than 600 orphans in families who would otherwise have remained in orphanage their whole childhood. Many of these children had lived their entire lives in orphanage until then. Some of them came to us with a last name that was just the name of the orphanage. For these children, the joy of having a parent is something that words really fail to capture. It's amazing to see how quickly they begin to thrive once they go from an orphanage into a loving family. It's a game changer for them. Someone from the UN once told us that local foster care and adoption program wouldn't work in a place like Ethiopia. But we believe that a loving family for a child is a necessity and not a luxury. Family is a universal need irrespective of our differences in culture or where we come from. Every child, everywhere deserves to have a loving family to call their own. And that's why we're passionate about our work.